Good evening, Poly families. Welcome to Back to School Night 2020. My name is Peter Lai. I've taught in district for over 21 years, and I've taught several types of mathematics, geometry, algebra, algebra 2, you name it, I taught it. I hold a bachelor's degree in microbiology and a master's in education. Here I teach several courses. I teach for period 1, I teach applied mathematics. Period 3, I teach Apex Algebra 1, Consumer Mathematics, and Fundamental Mathematics. And for period 4, I teach college and career ready math. Let's take a look at applied mathematics. This is my first period class. This class prepares students to enter the workforce or attend college with an understanding of mathematics in the real world. The course will help students develop math literacy as a habit of mind and an approach to problems that uses math in the real world. The main goal of the course is for students to see math is a powerful tool for living, and they develop confidence with mathematics, gain abilities to use mathematics to make decisions in everyday life. So the book we use is called Math and You, The Power and Use of Mathematics. So basically, the book, Math and You program, shows students how mathematics can be used to analyze hundreds of different important situations in real life. And so every day how it works out is I teach a lesson to the kids, and after I teach them the lesson, I allow them individual class time to do the work in class. Now they can go into breakout rooms and work with each other, or they can work on their own pace, but the work that they do is worth 50% of their grade. And I give tests and quizzes maybe once every 2 weeks, and that's also worth 50% of their grade. And my grade breakdown is as follows. If they earn an 88 to 100%, they get an A. 77 to 87, they get a B. 66 to 76, they get a C. And finally, 50 to 65, they get a D. Anything below 50% is a fail. Next, this is period 2, and I teach Apex. Apex is a self-paced learning computer-based platform designed to help students succeed. It is a teacher-guided math course that accommodates students at their own pace. So within this course, I teach 4 classes: Algebra 1, Course 1, Algebra 1, Course 2, Consumer Mathematics, and Fundamental Mathematics. Let's first take a look at algebra. What do we learn in algebra? Algebra builds students' command of linear, quadratic, and exponential relationships. Course topics include problem solving with basic equations and formulas, an introduction to functions and problem solving, linear equations and systems of linear equations, exponents and exponential functions, sequences and functions, descriptive statistics, polynomials and factoring, quadratic equations and functions, and functions, transformations, and inverses. So here's what it is as follows. Each day, the algebra students have to take a series of quizzes. As you can see, here's the schedule. Here's a suggested schedule for pacing. As they take these courses, they move along until they take the CST test, and that is worth 50% of their grade. At the end, I award them an A is 88 to 100%, a B is 77 to 87%, a C is 66 to 76%, and a D is 50 to 65%. So within this coursework, they have to complete at least 1 CST quiz or 1 CST test per day. And that is Algebra 1. And this is their grade. So let's examine if you're uh, son or daughter is in consumer mathematics. Now, consumer mathematics is a different course. It's also within the same period, Apex as well. It's also computer-based. Consumer mathematics helps students recognize and develop vital skills that connect life and career goals with personalized strategies and milestones-based action plans. Students explore concepts and work towards a mastery of personal finance skills, deepening their understanding of key ideas and extending their knowledge through the variety of problem-solving applications. Again, this is a different course, and as you can see, this is the suggested pacing, and you might want to go through it with your son or daughter. And similar to algebra, this course has actually more tests and quizzes, but that's because the course is the reason why algebra has less courses is it's the most difficult. And so I'm presenting these courses from most difficult to least difficult. And again, the quizzes are worth 50%. The CST tests are worth 50%. And again, the grade breakdown is 88 to 100% is an A. A B is 77 to 87. A C is 66 to 76. And finally, a D is 50 to 65%. Next is fundamental mathematics. Fundamental math explores foundational concepts in math. Students master basic skills and extend their knowledge as they prepare for more advanced work. Topics include basic number concepts such as whole numbers, counting, place value, rounding, exponents, negative numbers, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The course also covers operations with fractions, decimals, percents, problem solving, basic concepts in geometry, and measuring shapes. Now, because this class is a little easier than the other two courses, as you notice, they have to complete around 3 quizzes per day and 1 CST test at the end of the week. So you can take a look at it. Pretty much the same, 50% for quizzes, 50% for CST tests. And again, my grading scale is the same, 88 to 100 for an A, 77 to 87 for a B, 66 to 76 for a C, and 50 to 65 for a D. And again, what happens in this course is the students will break out into their, after I take roll, they can choose to break out into groups or work together or work individually on the computer-based program. Again, it's self-paced, and you can access this anytime. They can access it at night. So say if they're behind, they can work at night because this computer program is 24 hours actually. So they can access it anytime they wish. And finally, last but not least, my 4th period class, Career and College Readiness Math. The math course focuses on reinforcing core concepts from Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2. The math is intended for students who need to review concepts before continuing their studies. It starts with a review of algebraic concepts before moving on to a variety of key algebraic, geometric, statistical, and probability concepts. Course topics include a variety of math subjects that prepare the student for college. So this is actually a college prep class. Now, ALEKS is also a computer-based program that students are to do on their own, but it's a little different from the Apex Math because with this is more of a smart program. ALEKS gives kids who already knows their math less work, and the kids who don't understand the math are required to do a little more work. I don't know if you understand that, but basically, uh, based on the student's mastery of mathematic concepts, if they have uh, well, let me explain to you. Total in ALEKS, there's 321 concepts. And if they understand the topics where right now there are kids who are already done with the course because they've already finished mastery of 135 topics. So at the end of the class, the students are supposed to master 135 topics. Some of these kids, if they already know their math, then guess what? They've already mastered 135 concepts, and thus they're already kind of completed with the ALEKS program. But for the students who are not completed, they have to complete at least 135. But again, there are some students in the course right now that have already finished the course. So just to let you guys know that ALEKS is more of a smart program, and you don't have to take a series of quizzes. You just have to master concepts, and it'll give you quizzes. And if you master, the concepts, you get to advance to the next level. So that's how it works. And again, this is different because I grade based on 90% topics, 10% participation, and my grading scale is the same, 88 to 100. B is 77 to 87, and C is 66 to 76, and D is 50 to 65. Now, there is a grading system on the ALEKS program, but please ignore that grading system because I'm not grading them based on that system. I'm grading them based on how many topics they complete. So do not be afraid if your child has a low score on the ALEKS program. They may have a high score based on my class because they don't have to complete all 321 topics. They only have to complete 135 for this quarter. And that concludes my review of all the classes. If you would like to reach out and contact me, my name is, again, Peter Lai. I'm in room 6 if there's a physical classroom for Poly Academy of Achievers and Leaders. My email is ply@lbschools.net. My cell phone is 562-301-4305, and you can call me from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. That is my conference period. Thank you for showing up, and good evening. Good night. See you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.